Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Today we're starting another project. We're gonna do another vessel. And I have a helper here. I got my grandson Lincoln. Say hi.
Hi.
They can see you. You're okay. So we're making a birthday vessel for Lincoln's great grandma Sandy. So I've got a piece of wood that we kind of turned fairly round yesterday. Piece of olive. It's very cool. It's got a bunch of holes in it, so that's gonna look nice, I think. But the first thing we need to do is make a mold, right? So let's start with our flexible cutting boards and hot glue.
Alright.
How's that sound?
Good.
Okay. Let's get these going. So this mold, all we're gonna do is just kind of draw a base around this, Lincoln,
Yeah.
and then we're gonna kind of hot glue another cutting board around the outsides.
Okay.
Here, do me a favor, throw that trash over there for me. All right, so start here. So all I'm gonna do is make it kind of a rough circle around this, just so we can tell where to cut. How about that?
Okay.
So something like that. We only have a week to get this done. So we actually have the epoxy
Right.
in the other garage that is two different colors already poured, and we're letting it just set up for a few hours. So he and I poured it this morning, and we're kind of waiting, I don't know, maybe 3 hours, let it kind of harden up. Trash, you're my trash guy. All right, like so, and this is not going to fit. So we're gonna need a second mat, because one's not big enough.
So you need like two.
Yeah, need two mats. Actually, we're gonna use 3 total.
Okay. So you might
I'll
need
save that one for the next project.
You might need to have a bigger one.
Yeah, so first thing I'm gonna do is hot glue these together. Just so we make one long enough. That is really hot, so don't touch this. The reason I know that is because,
You burned yourself.
yes, I've done it.
It's literally
It's not-
smoking.
Let's not tell anybody. But we want to get this done so that we have a really good seal.
Yep.
So we don't have any leaks with the epoxy.
Yep. Because if it leaks,
It's a
it
mess.
dries.
Well, you don't want it leaking in the pressure pot. It'll just get disgusting, and
And that's
it's
it.
a real problem.
Then you have to buy another.
Well, I'm not buying another pressure pot. I just can't. I just have to clean it, which still
It's
is not great. Okay. Let's see what that looks. Not bad. It's like just a tiny bit off. I wonder if I can move it. Nope, I can't move it. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, need another glue stick. Probably a few more.
That's a glue.
So we're gonna take this.
This is glue.
Yeah, that's what, see, the gun melts it. So we're gonna try to make this as round as possible.
So she likes it.
Okay, well, no, just so it's easier to turn on the lathe. So here's what I want you to do. not too tight.
It's not too loose.
I know. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna draw a line, kind of like right here. It's kind of where I want to cut this off. And that's what I'm gonna glue. I'm gonna glue between those two lines. Okay. So now I'm gonna cut here so we don't make it too long. That's a good piece for later too. And then this is the tricky part. So I got, see, you load the glue stick like that. So we are going to glue in here.
Hey, Baba.
Yeah?
What is those like dots on there for?
That is the old glue that has dried.
So what are you gonna do with it?
Nothing. That's just my place where I keep it. Okay, so now here's the deal. This is tricky. I gotta do this.
Like you gotta like be very precise.
Yeah, well, I also don't want to burn myself, which is
But good thing we
a
have
big
gloves.
possibility. And we're gonna hope that this fits exactly the way I want it to.
So if it
Because
doesn't,
it's gotta fit right around the log.
because we already measured it, we did everything so it might fit.
You hope it will fit.
Well, we hope it.
We hope it will fit.
This does not look like glue. It looks
Because
like
we have to
chalk.
get this in the pressure pot today, okay? And then it's about 3 days. So what's today? It's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That means Saturday we can start working it. Saturday we can well, maybe Friday I'll take it out of the mold and we can glue a tenon on.
Yeah.
And then Saturday we're going on the train ride.
Yep.
So we can't do anything Saturday. So I'll have to work the
Pressure.
vessel. No, I'll have to turn it Sunday and Monday.
How's speaking of?
See, look, let's see it. Let's see how this looks. Come on. Ah, look at that.
Yes.
Looks pretty good.
Yes.
So now, all we're gonna do
This looks like chalk.
is what?
It looks like school chalk.
Oh, does it? Hold on. So now, all we're gonna do
Glue it to
is
the
glue
chalk.
this on here so there are no leaks. So there's no dust in there either. First, I'm gonna just put down a couple,
Layers.
no, just a couple little dots to make sure it doesn't move. And this is the part where I'm just gonna speed up the video so nobody's gonna see us anyway. So for anyone that's ever done this, you know that this is probably the most boring part of casting a vessel and casting a blank. It is critical, but it does feel like you're like in, a home ec crafts class. All right, so should I do that? Then
Done.
okay, it's done. We're gonna finish our candy and then go put it in the pressure pot and pour it. All right, so I've got the mold we just made. Come over here, Lincoln. And we've got the epoxy that we made a couple hours ago. We got the turntable going. So what we're gonna do is try to pour both of these. Hopefully I have enough and not, if we have too much, that's okay. Just don't wanna have a ton. So we'll see how this looks. I'm gonna go real slow. You look for leaks, okay?
Okay.
Just look for leaks. Hopefully there are 0 leaks.
Has there been leaks with you?
I've had leaks, yes.
Oh, that's actually a really cool color.
Huh?
That's a sick color.
Well, I'm letting it kind of go down. Because there's a bunch of holes in this wood and it's got to soak in. So it's going to take a minute for all the air bubbles to get out.
That's such a cool color.
It's going to be pretty cool.
Oh, it's like trying to turn like rainbowish.
Let me, I'm going to use these and see if I can coax some of the bubbles out.
Was there a leak?
No, it just spilled over the sides. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I got way too much epoxy. Don't touch that, you might cause a leak, which would be terrible. I'm gonna fill this up higher because I know when I put this in the pressure pot, it's gonna suck down. Okay, so you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of holes in the olive wood, and if I put in the pressure pot, all that stuff's going to go into these holes and suck in. So if it ends up there's too much on top, that's okay because I can cut it off.
Yeah.
Okay, so we ready for the pressure pot?
Yep.
All right. Okay, we'll see you in a few days and see what it looks like. All right, blanks out of the mold. This looks pretty good. So it's time to put it on the lathe. So what I didn't show is during the casting, my mold completely failed. And every single ounce of epoxy drained into the pressure pot. So I had to clean that out and then re-pour. So I didn't show that. It was a bad day. So for this vessel, I didn't have a tenon that was quite big enough. So I had to get a bandsaw and cut a new tenon and glued it on with some JB Weld. And then here I'm actually turning the tenon so it's ready to put into the chuck. So I've got that done. The mold, after my second pour, actually turned out really good. It looks really good. It's fairly round, so I shouldn't have any problem getting this thing around. There's only a little bit I may need to take off. By the way, if you noticed, I'm doing a lot of voiceover on this video. My dad was in the shop that day, and I just feel kind of stupid talking to myself. So I'm doing a lot of voiceover. I'll tell you what, my mold leaked, but this thing's turned around almost immediately. It was a very good, look at that. I almost didn't take anything off. I mean, my mold must have been really round. Look at that, it's gonna be really cool.
It's kind of one of those, you turn it and then you put a little bit of alcohol on it and you say, oh shit, now what do I want to cut off?
Well, yeah, because I mean, the graining right here is incredible, but I got these holes here, which are really something. Look at that right there, a big swirl.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna cut my channel for the lid first. That way I know what I'm doing. So I've already used my Easy Wood Tools roughing negative rate gouge to smooth it, get it round, and now I'm cutting a notch out. I need a notch a little wider than a quarter inch. That's what I'm going to cut my lid off, but I need it thin enough that I can actually get in a chuck and hold it to form my lid at a later time. The next thing I have to do is really carve out a channel for that lid. So you saw where I cut it, a good quarter of an inch. I got to make that exact indentation in the main body of the vessel a quarter inch. Actually, I go a little farther just to make sure I've got some room. The critical point is just to make sure that it is really tight. If I turn and cut a little bit too much off, the top is very wobbly, and it turns out to be not a very good lid. So all I'm doing here is really trying to make sure I get this thing as tight as possible, and then I can put them together and turn the entire vessel and lid as one. So the first thing I'm going to do is you see I'm working on the lid. So I've got them turned together, but I need to make or create a tenon on the lid because I need to flip it around and actually carve out the inside of the lid. I want to make sure it fits smoothly and that it is seamless. So that's what I'm doing here.
Pretty short work of that.
Huh? Well, here's the deal. I have to. There you go. But there's a slight gap. You see the gap? Which means my edge right there isn't flat. So I need to turn it around.
Hope
And-
that's flat.
Huh?
You gotta hope that works in.
Yeah, because I can't turn them as one piece if it's got a little gap in it. I'm gonna try to flatten it out best I can.
Oh, looks round.
Yeah, it looks around. That's good. Okay. Now I just need to flatten this because I can feel it with my fingers. And then I can put it back the other direction. I'm gonna go in this way.
Cut your tenon too small up? Does it wobble it up?
I mean, not really. Look. That's pretty good. I mean, yeah. I just can't go, I can't even go a millimeter smaller though. Okay.
I put shit out and then I forget to take it.
Huh?
I put shit out to bring here and then I forget to take it.
What did you forget?
I got some thin paper from Hobby Lobby,
Yeah?
and it's sticky on one side,
Yeah.
and it's felt. And as soon as that thing gets loose, you go on the thing and you just put a little tape of felt around it. Slides right in.
Oh, seriously?
Yep.
Look how smooth that is. I can turn it now with one piece, but there's no gap in there now.
Yeah.
But look, my Chuck squeezed my epoxy, which I don't really care for.
Ah. Oh yeah.
Well, that might mean the
Guess
epoxy.
you horsed it on kind of.
Huh?
You horsed it on kind of.
Yeah, it's either that or my epoxy is 95% dry. I guess I'll find out. Now I can turn it. All right. Well, this is not like my last one. My last one was a complete disaster getting to this point.
Oh,
You notice the black mark I've made. All I'm doing there, I'm going to obviously turn that off. It was just to help me visualize where I want the fat part, the fattest part of the vessel. So it looks like,
take a lot of your epoxy holes out of it.
well, no, actually, look at this. It's taking the outside layer, which is really thin, but my holes are pretty deep. So that's good. I got a nice hole here. I got one here. And then these big holes right in the center,
Yeah.
it's keeping them. So, and then this one's gigantic. That one goes in deep. So I think I'll be able to keep all those holes. That's pretty cool. Okay. I just realized I need to keep this because on the inside I didn't dish out my lid.
Yeah.
I should have done it when I had it turned around backwards. Okay. At this point in the turn, I'm really focusing on the overall shape. So I'm trying to touch up the lid. I don't really know yet what it's going to look like, but I'm trying to at least form the bottom a little bit. I don't go as thin as I can because I'll do that later once the vessel is actually hollowed. And I'm trying to get all the thin layer of epoxy off so I just have the deep holes in the wood. Just want to specify one more time, I'm using only negative rake tools because I have epoxy. So I've been using, there's 3 basic tools from Easy Wood Tools, and that's really what I'm focusing on using. Oh yeah, come here. I gotta work on I gotta do more on the legs, I gotta flip it around, but look at the body though. Look at the body.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that cool? That's gonna be neat, Dad.
Yeah. Especially with all the veins you got.
Oh, all the cracks in here?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. And then if I can keep that, I'm gonna dip in a little bit, but I'm gonna see if I can keep that. I'm gonna hollow out, I'm gonna take it off, put this on the chuck, and then start dishing out the inside, you know?
You got enough of a tenon in there?
I have to use my other chuck. So I gotta recut that. What do you think? That's pretty cool.
Looks nice.
And it's about that, when I'm done hollowing, I'm gonna thin the bottom more so it'll go in. But I do that after I'm done hollowing.
Unless you're going to use part of this wood out here.
Nah, that stuff's too hot. That's just, yeah, I don't know. But it was funny because Sandy said she loved the shape of Brittany's.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to mimic that shape.
You could leave a little of that wood in there. You have to use that parting tool that's real thin and just go right next to your
Yeah,
jaws.
just go right next to it.
And cut it in about that deep and then saw it.
So did you guys like my dad's shoulder? He wasn't being very camera aware. So, you know, I am going to really just focus on the lid. I don't know exactly what it's going to look like, but I think what I want to do here is kind of thin down the lid as much as possible, and I think I'm going to keep some of that blue. I've got a blue stone I think I might want to put on the top. So that's kind of what I'm going to focus on, just kind of pulling in right there and seeing if I can make a kind of a nice top. So all I'm doing here is really dishing out the top. I'm trying to make an indentation there. I've got a metal stone I want to put in for the lid that you'll see it on the final videos. So did you guys see that? As soon as I put them together and the lathe started turning, there was a massive amount of wobble. So put them together, go back over it again. I got my negative rake rougher and just started kind of shaving a little bit off both the lid and the body so it became smooth again.
good. Hollow out the top.
Huh? Yeah. Hollowed at the top. I got some little cracks in there that I guess I can fill in with some CA glue.
Either there or leave them.
I guess I could leave them.
Yeah.
But look at the nice holes.
Yeah.
Even got a hole up on top and a bunch of cracks.
It's gonna look nice.
This is gonna be one of my better vessels, Dad. I mean, really. Man, that's pretty cool.
Well, my back's yelling at me. I gotta go.
You gonna go? Okay. Started sanding. I usually go up to about 400 grit, and then afterwards, obviously, my alcohol sanding sealer and maybe a coat of wood turner's paste. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see how this turned out. Oh. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a winner. That's gonna be a winner. A little sanding sealer. All right, a little bit of Yorkshire grit. Just a little bit of polish. The Waterlux is gonna do most of the shining, but I've got the sealer on there. I just want a little bit of Yorkshire grit to knock off any small ridges there might be left over. Okay. All right. I will just turn this at high speed and burn this in. That we're going to call a day. And come back tomorrow and hollow. All right, so we finished the outside. The top of the vessel I finished over at the other garage. And today we're going to hollow. I still have my help with me, Mr. Lincoln. So we're going to hollow this as much as we can. I'm using the biggest Forstner bit I have because, well, I'd really rather not hollow it all by hand if I can. I'd like to remove as much material as possible first time out. So first we're going to drill it out and then set up the hollowing system and go from there. All right, Lincoln, you ready?
Yeah.
Turn that down.
Is that like the control?
Huh?
Is that like the control thing?
Yeah, it is actually. Okay, so the hollowing system is set up. This is a system by Trent Bosch. If you've seen any of my other vessels, the videos, you know, This is what I use to just get inside and get very close to the walls. It's kind of a little x-ray machine for hollowing. So you can see I've drawn an outline of the tool on the screen with the dry erase marker, so when it goes in, I can actually see how close I'm getting to the side. So that's why I use this, and it works extremely well. So we'll get started. Okay, so I'm done hollowing. I still need to smooth it out with a scraper, but this lip right here, I want to get thinner. It's a little thick right in here, so I'm going to use an angle tool to get in and just gently take a little bit more material out. Now you notice that my tool rest is quite a ways back from the vessel. It's because this is curved. So when you're using a curved tool for hollowing, the tool rest needs to be on the straight part of the tool itself, not the curved area. So that's why I moved it back. You get more stability. Otherwise, if you get it up here, you'll get a lot of bouncing, which never ends up good.
Hello, Papa.
Hey, buddy, what you doing?
Just came back in here because I got bored.
All right. Oh, over here. I don't want you. This thing flies off. I don't want it anywhere near you. Okay, now I got to change that to a scraper.
What's a scraper?
It's a piece that smooths out the inside
So did what?
to make it smooth.
It looks all smooth to me, Chief.
Looks pretty good, huh?
Yeah, is that like
Let me
the...
keep going a little bit.
That's the camera.
That's the camera.
So you draw the thing so you know where the thing is?
Inside, see, I look at my marks on the screen, See, look at that. Isn't that neat? All right.
That's neat.
Yeah. And it's nice and smooth on the inside.
It's nice and smooth on the outside. Do you need this silver smoother?
Huh?
Are you gonna need the silver smoother soon?
Nope, nope. That's for cutting it off. I'll do that in a bit. All right, finally ready for cutoff. Let's see. Look at that. Woo! It's a lot easier with two people.
Yeah, yes. That was really pretty there.
Isn't that nice with the top on it? Oh, good, it's light too. I thought it was going to be heavy. Look at all the holes and cracks inside. Just polish that up. That's gonna look good.
That's good.
Okay, so I'm done with this vessel. It turned out really, really good. This was honestly probably one of my better ones. So check this out. The holes in the wood really filled in nice. Parts of the epoxy blended and created some new colors. So this really turned out fantastic. And keep watching because I got a surprise for you at the end.